This tutorial is all about showing organizations how to raise money. And I'm going to use universities, politicians, and charitable organizations as an example as we go through. And I'm going to start by just showing you a PowerPoint that I created for the University of Rochester as I provided a solution using mobile to help them raise money through their alumni. And I'll tell you this, in terms of universities, one of the biggest problems they're having today is getting the smaller donation amounts from their large pool of alumni. They're doing okay with getting the larger dollars to have their loyal people that are going to contribute the $10, the $50, the $200,000 to their funds. But mobile is being used in a very effective way to raise smaller donation amounts, $5, $10, $20, based on the pool of people that have graduated from that particular university that don't necessarily have a ton of extra money, but certainly most people have an extra $5, $10, and that all adds up when you're talking thousands of alumni. And when you go and talk to universities, you're going to find the same thing holds true, because every university I've ever spoken with is faced with the same challenge. In fact, when you look at the charitable organizations today in this type of economy, their donation numbers have gone down significantly, and their past models have been, for the most part, designed around doing live events and raising big dollars at those events, and those numbers have dropped significantly. So how can we touch people? How can we use mobile to build a loyal database and get nickels and dimes from people? Because we all know being in network marketing, it's a lot easier to get a dollar bill from 1 million people than $1 million from one person. So when we take this approach using mobile, I'm going to walk you through this brief PowerPoint that I ran, and then I'm going to show you the actual delivery mechanism and teaching you all how to set up a campaign that is designed around raising money. As you notice, I always start my PowerPoints with a table of contents. Tell them exactly what you're going to cover. So here we talk a little bit about the background, our mission statement, the mobile mission statement of that particular program, what the goals and objectives are, the barriers, the situation as it is today, which is what I always refer to as point A, the mobile solutions, which is solving their problems. So in other words, they want to get to point B. The mobile solutions is the bridge. And then I show them an application preview, which is the actual mobile application, teach them how the system works, and then how to design and execute a winning mobile initiative. First slide, as you see this, you have this on your Z-Mobile slide. What do we do and how do we do it? Why mobile is the next slide, which you all have in your Z-Mobile PowerPoint presentation, and you have the talk track that coincides with that. As you can see, I talk about traditional media, and this really rings true with people in universities, and pretty much every customer you're going to see, you're going to get a huge Me Too out of this when you go through and you say, hey, listen, has reaching people been difficult? In the example with the University of Rochester, they spent big dollars on direct mail. Yet the individual that I met with said, you know, Pat, it's interesting, is we spend a lot of money developing really slick direct mail pieces. We have no idea if it's even reaching their address. We don't know if they're actually getting this mail. And one thing that we can always rely on mobile, when they change the ability so you can take your same cell phone number to another carrier, so if you want to switch companies, you can still keep your number. What that means is the cell phone number typically remains an individual's brand through their entire life. Very few people change that, so we know we can reach them with mobile. And I want to refer stay focused on this slide in terms of the how-to, but just go over some of the point A's that we're getting. They're having a difficult time reaching people. They're having a difficult time monetizing the ability to go out and touch people to get the smaller donations amount. So as a mission statement for University of Rochester, I just said to use mobile technology to reach, engage, and attract alumni to improve gifting revenue and event participation. The goals and objectives are to reduce advertising costs and increase gifting revenue, drive reunion attendance and participation, which are big dollars involved in that, design mobile gifting strategies, develop university participation strategy, and improve 18% alumni participation rate, which is what they're currently at. One of their main goals was to become a top 25 in U.S. News and World Report. That's very important to their board to be on that list. Create value and reasons alumni and students participate, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. How do we get people while they're at the university and spending 4 years there to opt in for various reasons, and then obviously filtering that database over to alumni for future participation. Their situations was the loss of alumni contributions or non-optimization of potential dollars raised to reach, cost, frequency, emailing effectiveness, lack thereof, having accurate information, which we talked about, and segregated university database. In other words, they weren't sharing knowledge effectively in their university. what I put in terms of steps is begin promoting to their existing database using email, using direct mail, and having and tagging everything we talked about in the critical success factors. Buying from the top, making sure there's proper signage, making sure you're tagging your short code and keyword on all existing data, media, and so on and so forth. The long-term steps will be to involve all business units on campus to promote mobile, gather dynamic information on students, what year they are, you have 4 years. In other words, if I had a keyword in a short code, university, or call it Rochester, with a keyword in a short code of, say, for example, 87804, and as a freshman orientation came, and I'm having that freshman opt in, what will happen is they're opting in to get scheduled. You need to go here for this meeting. You're going to go here next, and you're communicating through mobile. And now you have 4 years to gather their name, to gather their interests, and to get people to opt in, whether it be the student bookstore or athletics or their nursing program or medical area. Why am I opting in? So we have 4 years to engage people for various reasons and to gather information so that when that student graduates, we now have a full built mobile database where we can send personalized text messaging out asking for dollars and also inviting them to their alumni reunion dates and their major sporting events and so on and so forth. It's a great way to stay connected. We have to build it from the ground up. So as you can see here, alumni farming, freshman orientation for schedules, reminders, notification, use of mobile for on-campus dining to capture more off-campus buyers, athletics for reminders, schedules, coaches communication for purchasing of apparel. They're looking to drive tickets. On-campus stores for promotion, holiday events, and so on and so forth. They all have various reasons why on campus they can use their ZMobile account to obviously drive revenue through these various uses, or remind people, or to tell people what's going on by using their mobile phone. And obviously once that student graduates, again, and all those numbers and all those individuals go into the alumni database for future promoting. These are the steps I use to build a mobile database, establish the reasons and incentives, to take your email database and to build a mobile widget in that email and blast an email out asking them to opt into their mobile club to receive XYZ, building a mobile widget on all their websites and personal URLs, engaging the senior class for on-campus promotion, tagging their keyword and short code on all media, on-campus signage with text incentive, potentially create a mobile website. See, all of these things, what you're seeing here, coincide with what I taught you in the Critical Success Factors tutorial, which is you see that there's a recipe that can be formulated, so you don't need to be an expert in every single area to sell mobile. All you need to know are what are the fundamental things that will make me successful at teaching these people in the universities, the politicians, the charitable organizations, how to design an effective mobile strategy. All we're doing is following that formula. The steps that I put in place to provide a private branded University of Rochester mobile application, we did that, training them on the application, building their opt-in concepts, and then executing the concepts. This is where I just went to an example what an actual text would look like, so they can see as I presented this to the staff and the Alumni Association at University of Rochester what it would actually look like on a phone. And I built that on a slide. As you can see in the bottom text here, it says U of R. Donate $10 and receive a U of R mug at the campus store. Click here to donate. So when the user clicks that link, they're going to be taken somewhere they can actually input their information and make a donation to the alumni. Now, here's the tricky part. How do we do that? Well, one of the things I will say when it comes to universities, when it comes to politicians, when it comes to the small to mid-sized charity organizations, perhaps you've seen on TV when Haiti happened, text Haiti to donate $5, or for hurricane or hurricane relief funds, or donate money for whatever, the Jimmy V Foundation. You'll see that you can text in a number to a short code and donate $5, $10, and it will go on your credit card bill. And then the organization will receive that money. Typically what it is, it's 90 days later, but there's haircuts involved. In other words, you don't get 100% of that profit, and there's a humongous lag time behind that. And if you go to the MGive or the Mobile Giving Foundation, and you would have to use their account. their short code, their keyword, their process to pay, which means you as a Z-Mobile rep do not have the ability to sell them anything, because what value do you bring? Furthermore, the inconvenience and what University of Rochester really liked with what I put together is that they can actually collect the money and control that, and it's in their account typically within 2 days of that person actually donating that money, which is also important to them. So here's what I put together. I partnered with Billing Revolution. So if you all go to billingrevolution.com, what the what the politician would do, what the university would do, what the charitable organization would do is set up an account with Billing Revolution. And they would design, they'd have an actual application where they will design their products and just set their price points. It will create a URL. Once they have that URL and they have their mobile database, they can copy that URL, shrink it in tiny URL or bit.ly, and then go into their Z-Mobile account, type in their text, whatever they're going to put in there, with a link that says to donate or to send money or whatever the case may be. You paste that link in your message, send that blast, and what happens is the user now will have a mobile-friendly application, okay, where they can actually fill in their name, their credit card information, and hit submit, and now that donation has been made using your Z-Mobile application as the delivery mechanism, and Mobile Billing Revolution as the financial mechanism to process that payment and set it up. Now, when they set up that account, everybody will have their own merchant account. So the university will have their own merchant account. The politician will have his or her own merchant account. That merchant account is attached to their Billing Revolution account. So when an end user donates money or buys a product, okay, the money passes through Billing Revolution's application, and the funds are then deposited into the merchant account of your customer. So that's how that works. They take a small haircut. It used to be 15 cents per transaction. Now they do it based on the volume, but it's in the single digits. So the more volume they do, the lower the number percentage is. But you know, from a customer standpoint, they're looking at this and saying, hey, if I've got to pay 3% to my Visa or 4% to American Express and another 3, 4, 5% towards Billing Revolution by using the application, I don't have to pay a monthly fee. I don't have to pay a setup fee. All they do is take a small percentage of that fee. That is found money, and it's absolutely worth it. You'll notice on this slide, and what I'd like you guys all to do is actually text the keyword buy MP3 to the short code 67463. You will get a text. You'll see a link. Click on that link and enter the credit card number you see, 4111. So it's the number 4 followed by 15 ones. Enter the expiration date 1011 and use your mobile phone number and hit submit. You will see from beginning to end how this process actually works. So this can be used for retailers that want to sell product, for politicians that want to raise money. And the great part about having this is that the money goes in within 2 days of putting it. All future billing. So what happens is as the user fills out their information, it's stored. And the next time that university or that politician or that retailer sends out another product or another promotion, because the user data is stored, it becomes a one-touch process where they can say yes or no, making it extremely convenient to donate money. Typical solutions like PayPal, they don't have mobile-friendly version or way to actually accomplish this, which makes it tough for the end user. They don't store that data, so it becomes a single-touch purchase moving forward. This is a great solution for you guys to offer your clients, and I want you to pay close attention to this because people are actually using this very effectively. You'll notice that the success factors are there. We talked about this in the last training tutorial. And let me just show you this real quick as I go back. I'm just going to show you an example of the Billing Revolution site. We'll click on the Billing Revolution site so you can actually see what it looks like. All right, so here it is. You go to billingrevolution.com. All you have to do is click and have your customers click on contact us, and then they're going to fill out that information. The salesperson calls them, they set up their account, and you can see it. Feel comfort knowing that Citibank is behind this, so it's very secure, a very effective way, the best I've seen out there in terms of a single-click solution for raising funds for universities, politicians, and so on and so forth. So your clients will actually fill this information out and then click submit. They'll get a phone call, their account will be set up, and now they're able to provide a link that actually enables them to raise money by embedding that in. They go into the Z-Mobile account, copy the link from here, paste it in the Z-Mobile account, hit send, and now you've established a very effective way to help your clients raise money.